Guys, could you guys just talk about the emotions of having Ethan back at practice and then at the game, and did that kind of carry over, do you think, into the performance tonight?
Most definitely. A lot of people think the game is won on Saturdays or Fridays, but the game was won on Sunday. Like, right when we got back out to Clemson, we came in and we got right back to work. And I think we had a great practice on Sunday night, and I think that's what kind of ended up, well, the whole week, but I think that kind of what led to tonight's success.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, a week ago it didn't go how we wanted it to go, but like most of the season, I think it's just self-inflicted wounds. And so, this week, it was a big emphasis on, like, why do you play the game? We're going back to where we fell in love with the game. Coach challenged us to just think about, where we fell in love with the game, because I think we can get so caught up in the moment of trying to perform, of trying to be, this, trying to be that. But, really, it's a game we've been playing since we were 5 years old, and we're supposed to have fun doing it. So, we just couldn't go out, and hurt ourselves. Just had to execute to the best of our abilities. And I think we did that in practice this week, and it translated into the game.
A lot of success for you guys offensively in terms of scoring when you got into scoring position tonight. I guess what worked in terms of efficiency and getting the ball into the end zone?
Our emphasis this week was, Coach Malzahn's, we left too many points on the field a week ago, and we just wanted to finish drives and get in that rectangular box, and I think we did that today. But it's definitely still a lot of stuff to clean up. I know on my end, I left a lot of money out there tonight, a lot of missed throws and overthrows and stuff like that. But that's why we go to practice, and that's why we get better. And I think, like Duce said, like I said before, I think this week was just really good, an emphasis of loving the game and why do you love it and just getting better. And I think that we showed that today.
What was it like for you guys to have Ethan around and just knowing the battle he's been through over the last 75 days, and obviously him, Earl, and the whole family being here?
Yeah, it means a lot to us. One of our brothers, the tragedy like that happened was, scary. It's a miracle. We've been praying for him and his family, and just to, after what happened to him, just to see him back out, at a game, it's crazy. I think the last time he been on that field was Alabama, and it just was a very emotional day for us just to be able to see him yesterday, and him show up at the game and just be there to be able to support and be there with us. So I think, it kind of meant a lot to us that he was there, and I think we did that for him.
Duce, you're closing in on 1,000 yards this season. It's be the first time since 2019 that someone at this program has done that. I know you've talked a lot about the people that have helped you get here, but for you personally, how gratifying has this season been, and what more do you want to do with these two games coming up?
Yeah, I mean, I praise God for it. He put me in a position. I think he put me through some trials early in my career, and it was all part of the plan. It helped me to grow. It helped me to grow into myself, and once I got here, I think what I learned through his process, through his timing, it really allowed me to be able to go in this position. And I know I've said it before, but I'll continue to praise. Like, I wouldn't be able to do it without my teammates, without the guys around me. Like that touchdown I had today, that's not happening without our blitz pickup. Gavin picked up a closing blitzer, and let Tommy be able to have an extra second to deliver that ball. And the line did a great job in that pickup too. So, like, it's really not me. My job's pretty simple. My job's just to catch the ball when Tommy gives me a chance. It's really, Coach Gus talks about offensive football is one of the greatest things in the world because without all 11 guys being on the same page, you can't really perform. Like, the play is going to break down no matter what. And so, I've been really blessed with the guys I've been able to surround myself with the guys I've been surrounded with. It's really been a blessing. And it's not me at all. It's God, and then it's the guys that have been around me.
Duce, Tommy answered it, but could you talk a little bit about Ethan? I mean, everybody knows what happened, but I don't know how many people know how really dire it was for a long time. I know you guys do. So seeing him back out on the field for the first time since Alabama, what was that like for you personally, just to see that?
It's nothing short of a miracle. God had his hand on Ethan because, you know, for him to have to go through that situation, we're talking about centimeters, and it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy regardless, right? But God has had his hand on Ethan throughout this entire process because, you know, there were good days in the hospital, there were bad days in the hospital, especially early, and every day he was fighting. And so, like, why wouldn't we be fighting for him as well, right? If he's going through something that's way bigger than football, that means on the football field we should be fighting our hearts out, right? Because he wishes he could be on the football field, you know, with us, just surrounding us. And so, you know, to know what he had gone through, especially over these past, you know, 2.5 months, 3 months, seeing his progress, seeing him smiling, talking, laughing, sitting upright, right? The last time I had seen him before he went to Jacksonville, he was still on the stretcher. So just to see him be able to move his body parts, he's in a good mood, like that means the world, man. That's our brother, and he's, you know, he's progressing, and so, like, it's truly nothing short of a miracle.
Tommy, if I could ask you 2 questions. Just first off, I think this is the most yards per carry you had since, I guess, the Virginia game I'm looking at. So just how do you feel physically? Was running the ball more of an emphasis for you this week? And second part, which is completely different. I know there's some things that are out of your control, but did you go into this game thinking it was going to be your last game at Doak Campbell Stadium?
For the first question, like I said, man, I left a lot of money out there today. I think I had 2 opportunities to deuce early in the game that I could have thrown better balls. Two touchdown passes with LaWayne McCoy that I could have, you know, hit him right in the face with it, and I had 2 to Randy. I could have probably had like 6 touchdown passes today, but you know, my legs got the job done for the team today. And I don't know. I don't know the answer to that second question. I'm just living in the moment, man. I truly believe and I trust in whatever God got planned for me in my life, and I'm at peace with it. And you know, I trust in God and His plan and whatever He got planned for me.
For Tommy, and I apologize, he's right next to you. It might be awkward to talk about him, but what makes Duce such a special target for you?
You know, besides playing football, you know, you guys don't see the work that he puts in on and off the field. Like outside of just football alone, like I said, he's probably one of the first guys in the building every day. He's always recovering and taking care of his body. Yeah, he's always out there on the field doing something extra. He's always leading. He's always doing something extra in the community. Like he's just, I think he leads Bible study sometimes with the guys. He's a pro. Everything that he does has been pro. Like he's a pro when it comes down to just a person, football. He's unbelievable, and he's a guy that I kind of feed off of, and I look at and try to just model my game or model my life after. And I can't thank you enough to be able to be here with you and play with you, brother. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, bro.
For both you guys, Gus talked last week about how big of an emphasis they were going to put on trying to score after halftime. That's been something you guys haven't been able to do. How much of a focus was it this week, and how good did it feel to get that touchdown?
Yeah, I think we did a pretty good job of winning the toss a lot and deferring to the second half in a lot of these games. And our emphasis is to drive down the field and go score that touchdown and kind of, you know, put guys away or just, you know, wound them a little bit. And we haven't been able to do that. And today we did that. So, you know, in the locker room coming out of half, that was kind of the emphasis. Like, this was the biggest drive of the season right here to see if we can go and execute and, you know, score a touchdown and get points on the board. And I think we just did a good job of, the whole game of just taking one game or one play at a time. I think they had the ball way more than us. I'm not sure. I know in the first half we probably had the ball like 3 times. But it wasn't a lot of explosive plays this game, I would say. I think it was more of us just one play at a time, chipping away. And I think we did a good job of just playing one play at a time.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy has said it, but You know, I think this past week especially, but throughout the whole season, you know, we were just leaving points on the board. We would drive down the field, and then you know, we would shoot ourselves in the foot when we got close to the red zone or in the red zone. And so, you know, it was a really big emphasis this week that, you know, regardless of, you know, after halftime, before halftime, whenever we had the opportunity to put points on the board, we had to. And so, you know, I think we did a pretty good job of that today. You know, obviously there was that one drive. Tommy trusted me twice, and I didn't come down with either of them. So, you know, I'm gonna have to, you know, get better, strive to get better.
Could have threw better balls.
No, you couldn't. And so I'm really proud of the guys. You know, I think we executed really well. You know, overall today, and you know, hopefully we can keep building on it.
No fight. Just keep going. No quitting. Well, no quitting. Keep fighting. All good. Appreciate y'all.
Y'all have a good one.